I am slightly sick and diseased, but hey, we're starting another reading vlog. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another reading vlog. Today we are reading the lowest and highest rated books of my physical TBR. So for this video I'm going to use Goodreads ratings and I'm gonna be honest, I have been wanting to start this video for weeks, but never have I ever had the motivation and effort in me to sit down and check all my June TBR on Goodreads. So I did something that may be like wrong, but I used ChatGPT to ask it what are the Goodreads ratings for this book and to order it in like 1 to 10. So here's the result. I am so sorry. Editing me just popping in here to say I don't know where the results are. I had a screenshot and I was keeping that safe for all these 2 months. By the way, it's August 22nd now. So I was keeping that safe for over 2 months and now I can't find it. Like, I've looked everywhere, but I think I just deleted the picture and I literally can't find it on my phone, on my laptop, so I'm really sorry. But I guess I will say what the actual books are in a minute, so please just bear with me. That means I'm gonna be reading these 2 books today. So, well, not today, because this is a fake book. So over the next couple of weeks, in this video, guys. So we're reading The Power by Naomi Alderman. This has been on multiple TBRs of mine and I never got around to it, but since I got it, I have been excited to read it, having read the back of it. It's like dystopian fiction, kind of like Handmaid's Tale vibes, not in like the actual Handmaid's Tale, but like the fact that it's like dystopian. So very excited for this. And then we also have A Little Life, which is freaking huge. No, I haven't started it yet. I just put in the bookmark because I took this to my mom's house and I didn't want to lose the bookmark, so I put it in the book. I'm terrified of this, but at the same time, I kind of have high hopes for it because everyone I've heard so far, it made people like cry and just experience trauma, and those are usually my 5-star reads. So yeah, I don't actually know. It doesn't even have a blurb, so I have no clue what this is about. Okay, it has a blurb on the inside. When 4 classmates from a small Massachusetts, is that how you say it? Massachusetts college moved to New York to make their way. They're broke, adrift, and whatever that word is, only by their friendship and ambition. This kind, handsome Will, an aspiring actor, JB, a quick-witted, sometimes cruel painter pursuing fame in the art world, Malcolm, a frustrated architect at a prominent firm, and withdrawn, brilliant, enigmatic Jude. Oh god, this is gonna be a hard read, isn't it? An enigmatic Jude who serves as the center of gravity. Over the decades, their relationship... Can't even say the easy words. Over the decades, their relationships deepen and darken, tinged by addiction, success, and pride. Yet their greatest challenge, each comes to realize, is Jude himself. By midlife, a terrifyingly talented lawyer, yet an increasingly broken man, his mind and body scarred by an unspeakable childhood and haunted by a degree of trauma that he fears he will not only be unable to overcome, but that will define his life forever. Oh, yeah, that is this book. that blurb already threw me off. So sounds like a 5-star read. It sounds like something very out of my comfort zone. Firstly, because it sounds like general fiction, or I don't actually know what this is like classed as a genre, but it's obviously not a romance because it's following like different friends and like someone's life. So I think it's more general fiction than anything, and I don't usually read general fiction. I read romance and thrillers. So this should be fun. Also, the writing sounds very, very like beautiful and literary, and English is my second language, so I'm not very good at always figuring out what authors mean in like very literary books. But here we go for me trying, and I hope it's gonna hit the same way like the sad parts, because it would be disappointing if like the sad parts wouldn't hit the same because I don't understand it. Here we go. I honestly don't know what to start with. I kind of want to start with the power because it's obviously small and I'm like, oh, I'll get it out of the way quick, right? But at the same time, I'm like, do I go into the big book first? No, I think I'll start with power. It has been a while, but hey, I'm still filming this video. Okay, so it's currently the 20th of June. I did mention in one of my past videos about me not reading for like 2 weeks, and these past couple of days I got a bit more into reading again, which is great, but I still haven't finished the 2 books that I hoped for this video. And we're like nearing the end of June, and it's supposed to be like my June TBR, so yeah, we need to get into it. Okay, update. Little Life. I've got it on my Kindle because I've got the physical book, right? But one, it's huge, and two, the font of the writing is like, it's not readable. I'm sorry. I can't motivate myself to read that kind of font. So, oh no, my Kindle needs charging and I don't have my charger. It's fine. It's fine. We'll get through it. But yeah, the font on here is just better. Yeah, I'm currently on chapter 2 and I'm 5% of the way through. Okay, so yesterday I posted a story on Instagram of me reaching chapter 2 after having been reading this book for days on end. Obviously not that much, but like it felt like I've been reading it for ages. And usually with like a romance book, a thriller, I'm like a good chunk of the way through by this time. And no, I only just reached chapter 2 and I was like, what? Yeah, I am progressing. I can see that with the percentages, so that's great. 5% of the way through. So I've started the audiobook of The Power, which was the second book I was hoping to read for this video, and I've currently got 4 hours left. So I think that's going pretty well. No, not 4 hours. 3 hours and something minutes, because I have progressed since then. And I'm not like obsessed with it, but I like the concept, which is what I was hoping for. And I thought I would like the concept. It's basically about girls and like women developing this like I don't know if they explain it so well, but I'm not exactly sure if it's like a new bone, like a new part of their body basically, and it means they can give electric shocks to people, like others, each other, or like men, and they basically take over the world, or at least that's kind of like what's going on, I think. But it's kind of like there's these girls with these new powers and the fear of it and like what it can be used to. It's kind of like a moral dilemma as well as like a whole new future for the people and like women rising up and stuff. So yeah, it's been really interesting so far. I hope I haven't spoiled anything yet. Yeah, that was a bit too descriptive, wasn't it? But yeah, that's like the main concept of the book. It's going down in like years, so it follows like multiple people's POVs, which usually I don't enjoy, but with this one I like it because like we get to see what's going on from different parts of the world. We get to see how people cross paths and yeah, it's just been great so far. What was the other thing I was gonna say? Oh yeah, so it's the sections are like I don't know how this is set out in the book. I assume it's the same, but I'll check when I get back home. But in the audiobook, it's like 6 years to go, and then it's the characters' POVs, and then 5 years to go, characters' POVs. And I'm like, to go until what? Because, like, the start of this whole electric shock thing and them being, like, discovered to be a thing, that already happened. So, what's gonna happen, like, when all these years go down? Yeah, I'm curious. And I can't wait for like what's to come. So as I've said, I'm not like fully obsessed with it, but I am like very curious of how it's gonna end, what's gonna happen with the characters, just what's gonna happen in general, because it's been a really interesting story so far. Okay, back to Little Life. As I've said, I'm a bit way through. I'm starting to like meet the characters. So there's like multiple characters here too, with multiple POVs. I'm kind of getting lost between the POVs, but because there's like no clear like, okay, this is whoever and that is whoever. It's like in one chapter there's like a bunch of POVs, but they change between like the paragraphs. Again, I don't know if this is more clear in the physical book, but on the Kindle version, I can't really see the change. So I am a bit lost at times of like, okay, whose head are we in right now? But yeah, it's been interesting so far. Also, all of them are male characters so far. And I am a female. So I don't know, it's just been interesting to like see into their heads, but at the same time I'm like I can't really relate with some struggles they had so far. I was like, okay, I can see that, but at the same time I'm like eh. And also they're set in America, and I usually love books set in America, but I think this is set more like in a different time. I don't know how recent this is set, but I feel it feels older. I don't know. But yeah, the writing itself is just freaking amazing. It's written like classic style written, I would say. Like just something very literary literarily beautiful. I don't think that's a word, but you know what I mean. But I am getting a bit bored of descriptions. I know this is supposed to be like the beauty of like writing and books, and I understand that and like praise to the author, but to me, I grew up on Wattpad and AO3, so speech is what I am here for, and like expressions and like the people in general, rather than like really vivid descriptions of places and pieces of whatever, like anything, like objects. Yeah, it's been okay so far. It's so long. I mean, I knew it was so long. I've seen the book, it's like that size. But it just I thought on my Kindle it would be shorter, but it's just not. It's just big blocks of text, and I'm like, ugh.
Again, editor me popping in just to say I did end up finishing The Power on June 20th. I do not know where my review of that has gone. I don't know if I even made a review in like a video clip. I'm sorry. I did actually really enjoy The Power. I rated it 4 stars. Just checking on my Notion. I did rate it 4 stars and it was a good book. Thinking back, yeah, it was a good book. It did get really dark by the end of it, and I did not expect that. And it also did get like religious in a way, and it wasn't religious in a way that like the religions we know now. It was like they created their own like dystopian religion, and that was really interesting. It wasn't like any book I've read so far, so it was like very unique. And I'm pretty sure I'm thinking back now of the ending, and I'm pretty sure it ended on a cliffhanger, and there's no book 2, so very intense. But I do recommend it, so if you want to read that, go and read it. We need to talk. So, I was really hopeful that I can finish this video. Even if it's delayed, I can finish it. But I have not picked this book up in I don't know how long, probably over a month. It feels like it's been over a month. And I am still only that much into this huge book. And yeah. Yeah. I don't know what to say, guys. I don't want to DNF it. It's not a DNF. It's a I'll come back to it another day kind of book. But when that other day is gonna come, I don't know. I don't know. So this video flopped, as all my videos have been recently. Very sorry about that. But I'm glad I started it, okay? I'm this much closer to finishing this book. 40 pages. 40 pages closer to finishing this book. So I'm not completely disappointed. I'm just taking it as a redirection rather than a fail. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video, as little as it was. And yeah, I know it's a bit outdated because I did film it a while back, but I just wanted to get it out there because I don't like filming something and then just deleting the footage. I don't want to do that. If I film something that is like I put effort into that and I don't want to waste that. So yeah, it is out here now. So I hope you enjoyed. And let me know if you want me to try again with the lowest and highest rated books on my TBR or my TBR for the month, because I do think it's a cool idea. I just think I chose probably the longest book ever to read for a video that was supposed to be a quick one. Give it a like if you liked it, subscribe, comment down below what you want to see more of, and see you next time.